What's up with y'all? Just Sparkstar probably back in this motherfucker. And you know what I'm saying? Never let failure be an option. You know what I'm saying? Now, when you're in a space of where you're winning, you're succeeding, you're in a space of where you don't give a fuck how the external world may be treating you or how you may be involving yourself through your everyday travels in life, expansion, contraction, all that shit, awareness, all that shit, then the fact of failure becomes and how to say the word inevitable, however you say it. But it's not true because what I said can't be that fact that can't be true, because if you're in a space where you don't let failure lead you on to what you feel like can happen in life in general, then you're in a more aware space because you're more observing your surroundings. Besides, instead of just laying there and letting life kick your ass and use you. You're using life like a bitch, so you don't let it affect you. You know what I'm saying? So where you're never using that failure, like you know what I'm saying. When I say failure is not an option, understand that we're always winning. We're always in the win. We're always winning. So when you're in the wind, you know, that was one of our first forms, the wind. So understanding that can help us broadcast our everyday life and what we're going through, to expanding our awarenesses and our consonance distance. You know what I'm saying? And that's a better way on how you can attribute your spaceship, just broadcasting that. You know what I'm saying? So you can get people hip, you can get people on game just by knowing the fact of where the failure stands by. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not really a stance, because if you don't let it use you, if you use failure like a bitch, you let their enemies fail. So it's kind of like the saying, "No weapon formed against me shall prosper." It's that actual ideology. That's where these things come from. You know what I'm saying? And there's a lot of other entities and energies form signatures in that space where you can use and form that actual entertainment system where you can entertain non-bullshit. You can entertain your success, entertain what you got that can help you out in your life and shit like that. So that's the way we want to be in our life in general when we're in a space like that. So just by understanding that fact, it helps us more every day. You know what I'm saying? Understanding failure is not an option. You know what I'm saying? When you're in life, when you're succeeding, when you're on your duties, when you're in your obligations, you're more of a more broad spirit. You're more using these things more other than getting use in the general. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta be. So it's kind of like, in order to be, it's kind of like that saying, in order on how to know how to use people, you gotta know how to be used too. So if you know how to use yourself, you're technically using yourself too. So you use your mind, use your body. The spirit controls all these things. You know what I'm saying? And the spirit, the soul, all that shit. Spirit, soul, mind, body, all that shit. So understanding this thing, you're more better in your surroundings and better in your attributes and shit like that. And that's how we kick ass. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that. What's that? What she say? What she say? Take ass and kick name. You know what I'm saying? So we in a space like that. You're more boom, boom, you're fighting, you know what I'm saying? You're putting up the good fight. And that's where you want to always be at in all attributes in your life. You know what I'm saying? Putting up the good fight. Not letting the fight put you down. You always going up. So that's why you always want to infinitely be open to all possibilities. You know what I'm saying? So when you let all possibilities use you, you know how to use others too. And it don't see it as negative. There's no such thing as negative or positive. We just use these things in general to understand ourselves better and better, and life becomes to be more fun. So you start to want to help people in general, and once you want to do shit and attribute yourself and shit like that, and connect more with your soul tribe, and that's where you want to be more on a percentage level. You know what I'm saying? And that's the way we're on the mission every day, on how we can broadcast that information and more be subjective, more and other than unsubjective, or you know what I'm saying, more subjective and more having constant distance and shit like that, and understanding the more you know what I'm saying, the more energy forms and understand your mind bodies and shit like that. But you know what I'm saying? All that shit is more understand that your spirit is using all these things and shit for in these forms like that and real shit. You know what I'm saying? But Jeff Sparks, Star Power, and we out in this motherfucker.